If you ask me about myself, I mean my current self, I tell you I'm no one. I just exist such as the clouds and the sky do. It's knowing you exist by waking up, seeing through my eyes, feeling hungry. These are my reminders I'm real, but my being is what I've forgotten. I knew I loved reading, poetry, and listening to music, but what else? Maybe I felt as if my dreams were small compared to others, but when did I start comparing myself to others? I believed my dreams could have taken me to the moon, allowing me to tell tales of how life was in outer space, but I no longer believed I should reach that far. I met someone who at first made me laugh, until the laughter turned to tears, then laughs again with a hint of more tears. Funny how bumping heads with the wrong individual can cause you to have to restart finding yourself. I know, guys, I should know better, but I believed no. I believed that flowers are able to grow together, but a cactus and rose was difficult to grow in collision since they had different needs. Roses could need more attention, more water and sunlight, while a cactus can strive solely on sunlight in a wasteful plain. I was that rose. At first, I'd grown used to watering myself, changing my soil every few days, but my curiosity wanted to know if there was someone out there who would like to upkeep a garden with me. And that's when the cactus arrived. The word I used was wanted. That's because, regardless of what I wanted, it's not always what you needed. And sometimes, when that one straggler comes in, it could kill a whole ecosystem, which it did. I'd never met such a needy cactus. Nonetheless, I want to test my theory on whether I can manage a garden with another. A cactus was different from many plants. You wore spines all around, so I bought gloves in order to take care of you. I was intrigued, infatuated. You were so different from all the plants, so I decided to care for you such as you were my own. And in the process, I became neglectful towards myself. I was curious about the bane of your existence. At first, I really didn't care, but as time flew by, you became that one star I'd always catch in the sky. I wanted to hold it with my own two hands, but it was impossible since you were a cactus. And even though I wore protective gear, some spines would get through. I'd simply pick them out, but it still stung. Time went by, and this cactus then began shooting its spikes at me, so I needed a break. A few days I'd go alone. During those few breaks is when I'd finally give time to myself, but I began feeling neglectful and selfish to put you on the back burner. But how did I not feel the same towards myself? So I decided I'd go back, then break, and back, and now you know how that goes until I got tired. Tired of not knowing who you were, of being shot, and tired of you taking the care I could have shared to us both, but that part was my fault. So I decided what was best for me was to stop diving into the unknown. Some things held answers that you could only find on the web, so let me stop digging into things that hurt me in the process. So it'd be best to leave. So as I gave you my last ounce of love I had for you, you wouldn't take that gracefully. So with all your might you shot out more spikes, some piercing deep, some hard enough to stick, and small ones that poked me but would fall to the ground. At this point, I'd grown immune to the damage you were trying to deal, so I took those same spikes and put it back where it came from, alongside some of my thorns which I bore. Then after the final battle, we went our own ways. After I found myself free from the shackles which I locked myself. But after achieving this, I seen myself in another light, unrecognizable. Who is this? I was unidentifiable, and my feelings matched the man who looked back in the mirror. My flower died. Not only did it die, but all the knowledge and memories that took years to collect were now forgotten. But I still had a glimpse of its being by seeing it look back at me, lifeless. I had to take some time off of life and give back to what was deserving of my love and grace. And through the thick of it all, I kept finding myself missing the cactus that took my light. Oh, how I missed that cactus. I couldn't even get fixated on the good, since even that came with the wound afterwards. So I let the hurt and neglect be my reminder to not go back to what I felt. Then there it went, that voice in my head telling me, maybe next time it'd be better. Wear more gear. No, I couldn't. Doing more didn't change what you were. It only meant me having to give more of what was no longer there. I couldn't do it again. Therefore, I'll water back up my undying rose. It's taking some time. Even as I write this story, its percentage of what's back laid somewhere between 25 and 50%. I'm still happy regardless, since after months of damage and decay, only a month later, and its color is coming back. I do miss you, Cactus, but I won't allow myself to be hurt by you. I can't sit through your unpredictable weather, and I won't allow myself to give you more than I gave myself. So, Cactus, I thank you for some of the knowledge you brought forth, for the good and bad, and I thank you for allowing myself to see what I'll never put myself through, regardless of what's to gain. Sometimes the unknown is hidden in darkness for a reason. It's better that way. Now, with this story coming to an end, so does the idea of a rose and cactus coexisting. I tried making something that couldn't work function, but I can't. I'm not that powerful. So, goodbye. I wish the best of luck to you on your travels and to the next person's garden you fall into. I hope you won't be so hard on them, such as you were to me, but to you maybe I deserved it, but to me I let my curiosity and hopes get the best out of me. Now here I am, dead from the waist up and regenerating what's down. So bye, cactus. Maybe I'll catch you in your natural habitat where there'd be tons of you, but that's just where you belonged, in a place where you weren't able to shoot spikes in anybody's face. All I wanted was for you to see you could have came and stood in this field of roses with me, no matter the flower you were, but you showed me, and I bet you showed the others before, why you're to be left alone. Untamed, you decided for yourself what life should look like. You defined good and bad. To you, maybe that was the right way, but every time I try to tell you it was wrong, you shot me. So I'd say it's best to leave you back to where you were standing, since if I couldn't make you realize why you stood alone, I'll leave this absence to you to look over what could have been done, in order for someone to want to nurture you and always hold you high towards the sun.